Hello everyone, Sally here. So there's been some interesting developments since the Globebusters appearance that I made, where I shared with them how I brought up the exposure levels to show the earth shine in our picture. And I wanted to share this with everybody so that I could document it. And the comment thread will likely get deleted. I imagine it will now that what's come to light. But if it doesn't, then I'm going to link the comment thread in the description, and then you guys can go read it for yourself. But let's see. Small history of what happened with the eclipse. Sean Hufford invited us all up to watch the eclipse in Tennessee. A bunch of us joined there. Me and another guy actually set up our my 8-inch telescope with his camera. We took pictures of the eclipse. Those pictures were immediately brought inside by the camera owner and uploaded to a Google Drive shared folder. So basically, I'd never touched those pictures until they got there. A copy of the pictures was given to me to bring home, and that was it. I was actually kind of disappointed because I thought I'd not gotten the Earthshine picture. Actually, I had gotten one from another camera, but it wasn't very good. And so I was a little bit disappointed with that, but for the rest of the trip was pretty awesome. So I just kind of said, well, maybe next time. A little later down the road, Sean made me aware that the pictures actually did show Earthshine if you just increase the contrast, or actually if you bring up the exposure levels. I asked him how he did it. I started playing around with it and ended up figuring out that you could do some cool stuff with the levels tool in GIMP. And so I took the original image that was given to me the day of on my hard drive, and I brought up the exposure levels, and sure enough, there it was. So that's how that developed, and ultimately I ended up putting together that eclipse video, which got the attention of the Globebusters, and the Globebusters started talking about it. Invited me onto their show, and I showed them how I did it, showed them that I used GIMP. They asked for a copy, so I sent them a copy, and this is where I sent them a copy in Skype. And so then this comment thread started up. I started hearing rumors yesterday, basically, that Globebusters was saying that the image was fake, and which kind of gave me a little tickle, because there's nothing better than publicly shaming the Globebusters. And I knew this would happen because the truth is on my side, guys. The truth is on my side because I'm honest, and that's why I win. So anyway, we ended up in this comment thread, and Sean basically detailed many of the same things that I just brought up. And let me find that page. The comment thread is here. It's on this video here by Miles Davis, and it starts with the sleeping warrior guy, and you can read it yourself. I'm just going to go ahead and scroll through all the comments right now just to capture them, to document them. I'm not going to read all of them, but essentially, long story short, the sleeping warrior guy is claiming fraud. He's making all these accusations about photo forensics and all this stuff. We all know flat earthers are not photo forensics experts. They like to pretend to be, but they're not. And anyway, long story short, you get down here to the bottom, and this sleeping warrior guy claims that in the metadata, there is a Photoshop tag. And it's in here somewhere. And let me find it. Well, it is in here, and you can go read it yourself, and I'm sure I've captured it in here. But the sleeping warrior guy claims that there is a Photoshop tag in the metadata. Even claims a date that it was saved on. Oh, here it is, I think. Yeah. So here's the interesting thing about that is that I sent the file to the Globebusters over Skype, and Skype strips the metadata. So if there's an Adobe Photoshop tag in the metadata of the file that Sleeping Warrior is looking at, that can only mean that the person that gave him that file, who he claims to be the Globebusters guys, only that person could have added that metadata, because I sent it to him over Skype, which strips the metadata. They're also trying to dox somebody, which is not cool at all. So I just wanted to document this for everybody so that everybody can see clearly that if there's a Photoshop tag in the file, as he claims, then it came from the person that he got it from. First of all, I don't even own Photoshop. Second of all, I sent it over Skype, which means what? That somebody took that file that I sent over Skype, manipulated it with Photoshop, and now is spreading it around to all these conspirators. Why do you think they do that? Why do you think they lie routinely? Why do you think they constantly are corrupt? Why do they go after people's character with false evidence? Why do they do that? Think about it, guys. It's because they want your money. They want you to be their little minions and follow them around and give them money and give them kudos and give them praise. That's what they want from you. And they get it by any means necessary. And that means making false accusations. That means creating false evidence. They invent things. And this is the evidence right here that it's happened. So wake up. Globebusters, Jaredism, they are manipulating you. They are trying to clown you. Why? Because they want your dollars. They want those special donations on those live Globebusters shows. They want you paying them money for t-shirts and gear. That's why, guys. Wake up, man. Wake up. Evidence, proof positive right here that Bob is photoshopping evidence to try and claim that people are faking shit. Come on, guys. Thanks for watching. Soundly out.